Hong Kong falls into recession. Hong Kong's economy shrank 3.2% in July to September, contracting for a second straight quarter and meeting the technical definition of a recession. Hong Kong slid into recession for the first time in a decade in the third quarter, weighed down by increasingly violent anti-government protests and the protracted US-China trade war. The economy shrank 3.2% in July to September from the preceding period, contracting for a second straight quarter and meeting the technical definition of a recession, according to preliminary government data on Thursday. From a year earlier, gross domestic product (GDP) contracted 2.9%. The readings were the weakest for the Asian financial hub since the global financial crisis in 2008-09. The government also revised down second quarter GDP data to 0.4% year-on-year, from 0.6%, and a contraction of 0.5% quarter-on-quarter, versus 0.3% previously. Domestic demand worsened significantly, the government said in a statement. As the weakening economic conditions dampened consumer sentiment and large-scale demonstrations caused severe disruptions to the retail, catering and other consumer-related sectors, private consumption expenditure recorded its first year-on-year decline in more than 10 years. The government said that with no sign of protests abating, private consumption and investment sentiment would continue to be affected. Capital Economics said in a research note that while GDP would probably continue to contract in the fourth quarter, the pace of contraction should ease somewhat barring a further escalation in the demonstrations. The city's leader Carrie Lam warned on Tuesday that full-year growth could contract. Retail sales and tourism have plummeted. Almost all growth engines in the Asian financial hub stalled over the summer as shops shut to avoid sometimes violent clashes between riot police and protesters, while the Sino-US trade war intensified. Hong Kong is one of the world's most popular tourist destinations and a bustling container port. Retail sales fell the most on record year-on-year in August, while tourist arrivals dropped the most since severe acute respiratory syndrome (SARS) struck Hong Kong in 2003. Earlier on Thursday, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority said there has been no obvious outflow of capital from the city's banking system and that the local currency was largely stable, despite the ongoing protests. Chief Executive Eddie Yu also said while the foreign exchange and money markets were operating smoothly, the public must prudently manage financial risk. Thank you for watching this short clip. If you like, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell. Bye for now and wishing you have a great day. See you again soon.